2, 1.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the second annual Big Give Live with Julie and Josh. I'm Julie.
And I'm Josh. The Big Give is our dedicated day of giving. It's once a year focused on all the ways the Foundation of Baltimore County Public Library supports your local library.
And this year, every dollar you give today will be doubled thanks to a generous $50,000 matching grant from Ann and Christopher West. We are so grateful for their incredible support.
Absolutely. So jump online right now and make your gift go even further. Just go to foundationforbcpl.org. The link should be dropping in the comments in just a second, so you can click that and go right there. And if you make your gift while you're live, we'll give you a little shout out right on camera.
I think a lot of people, first of all, we've received a lot of donations today already, but I do think there are people who want that shout out.
They're waiting.
They're waiting until 1 o'clock, so
Yeah.
I can't wait to look. And
One just came in as we spoke.
Really?
Yeah, no kidding. So shout out to Mandy DeLeo.
Thanks, Mandy.
See how that works?
And this lives on Facebook forever, so Mandy can show this to family and friends for all of time. And if that's not enough, donate $100 or more and get a big glass mug. Just choose which branch you'd like us to deliver it to, and you can pick it up next week. This is water.
We
Just
promise.
Promise.
Yeah. And we also want to make sure we thank our generous corporate and community sponsors who have already committed to giving us some money throughout the day.
Yep. Thanks to M&T Bank, Playaway, T. Rowe Price, Baltimore County Employees Federal Credit Union, Midwest Tape / Hoopla, Towson University, Susan Waxter, Baird Financial, and Wegmans. Very grateful to our corporate support. We can't do this without you.
Thank you, everyone. And we also have some great guests lined up for you today. So let's welcome our first.
Yeah. And she was just named one of the top 100 women in Maryland by the Daily Record, our Chief Executive Officer. Welcome, Sonia Alcantara. Antoine.
Welcome,
Really, we
Sonia.
should applaud.
Yeah.
Perfect. We have a live studio audience this time who consists of our guests, but still, they're interested in what's happening. Hi, Sonia. First, congratulations on that honor. We're very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. It
Sure.
is a high honor indeed.
Yeah, it's great. So one of the areas that you can donate to today on our Big Give website is our capital campaign, building improvements for our aging branches. And this is something that's been a big focus for you. Why is it so important?
Well, Julie, the average age of our buildings here at BCPL is 50 years. And so they were just built at a time that people use libraries very differently. At their most basic level, a lot of our facilities don't even have enough electrical outlets because 50 years ago, people didn't have computers, they didn't have
Chargers,
cell
yeah.
phones and personal devices. And so part of our effort is to make sure that all of our buildings are ready to meet and serve a 21st century audience and community. People still use libraries and they use them now more than ever, but our facilities need to keep up with the times and make sure that they are fresh and modern and welcoming and relevant to our community.
That makes perfect sense. And this is something we're pretty much always working on. There's always some branch in the process of being renovated. Like just last year, we reopened the Reisterstown branch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think next up is the Catonsville branch, which is currently under construction, correct?
Correct.
What can you tell? Can you give us any clues about what to expect from when it reopens?
We're really excited. That's going to be a year-long renovation, which is really hard for that community
Yes.
because they really love their library. So having the library closed for a full year is going to be tough,
Right.
but it's going to be well worth waiting for. We're really excited because it's going to have dedicated spaces for all age groups, and including teens, especially teens, and we're excited about that.
Yeah.
It's going to have a state-of-the-art recording studio, so
Wow.
anybody from the community can go in there and record music. And Catonsville is Music City,
Right.
right?
Music City,
Yes.
Maryland. right?
Yes. And it's going to just overall look more fresh, more modern, clean. We're going to have updated finishes, new flooring, new lighting, bright, colorful furniture. It's just really going to be beautiful. And so we're really excited. We just can't wait to be able to unveil that to the community.
Yeah. And you know, when we have to close branches for a long time, like Reisterstown was closed for, I think, 9 months. It is disappointing to the community. They can't go to their local branch, but then they see the outcome and they're so glad it happened. And for Catonsville residents, it's not that far to get to Arbutus, and that's a beautiful branch. It's one of our newer branches. So, and we know that their traffic has picked up immensely since we closed down because Catonsville is so, you know, there's very big library users really in all of our communities. So there is more in the works. So what happens after Catonsville?
So after Catonsville, we are looking forward to a full renovation and expansion of the Woodlawn Library, and that's going to be fantastic. I was really fortunate yesterday. I got a sneak preview
Ooh.
of some of the early drawings that the architects are working on for Woodlawn, and it's just amazing. Just what they've come up with is just stunning, magnificent, breathtaking. Not only did they fully encapsulate all of the feedback and input that the community has given them, but they are really going to just reimagine Woodlawn Library, and it's going to be amazing.
That's so cool.
awesome.
Yes, so we're going to be looking forward to that. As soon as Catonsville reopens after their renovation, shortly thereafter, Woodlawn is going to be closing for their renovation and expansion.
One after the other. But I mean, for Woodlawn especially, that's right next to Woodlawn High School,
Mhm.
and that is a heavily used branch for our young people. A lot of teens show up after
Mhm.
school, so I'm sure that's going to be an exciting improvement for them as well.
And are we starting community conversations for another branch? Am I right about that, or am I ahead of the game?
No. Well, yes, you are. You're ahead of the curve.
Okay.
Always.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. In the next year, we're going to be looking forward to having community conversations around some of our other branches.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
Essex Library. Looking forward to having a library that's embedded in a community, that's
Mhm.
walkable, and creating something that's bigger than what they have right now.
Right.
Lansdowne Library is another one where it's currently at 5,000 square feet. We call it the shoebox
Yeah.
library, and it needs to be bigger to adequately serve its community. And we're also looking at Randallstown as well.
Wow. So a lot coming up. So
Yep.
if you're in those communities, watch out for these conversations. You can be a part of what happens in your library.
Yeah, and if you want to help us renovate, please feel free to give to the Big Give Today and our building campaign. And we're just looking forward to creating more beautiful, welcoming spaces for our community.
Absolutely.
Well, I think, is that it? What's
I think that's is that it?
I mean,
that was
well,
a lot.
it's not it. I
Keep
shouldn't
going.
say it like that. I know Sonia can talk about this for a long time.
Yes.
But we appreciate your time. She's very busy, and we are so grateful for your leadership. And
Yeah.
thank you for transforming our branches into 21st century libraries that our community deserves. So we appreciate it.
That's my job. But
Yeah.
thank you, the two of you, for hosting this. And thank you to all of our donors and supporters. Today's the Big Give, and please give to the library. We love
Yes,
it.
Please.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Sonia.
you, Sonia. Thanks
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you.
So as you can see, we have a whole lot going on at the library right now and a lot more coming up in the years to come. So we do need your support. Go to foundationforbcpl.org to donate. And don't forget, every gift is being matched today up to $50,000 by Ann and Christopher West.
I mean, we were so blown away by that gift. They're just
Truly.
wonderful people. And Anne is on our foundation board and our board of library trustees. So to say she loves the library is an understatement. So we're just so
Absolutely.
grateful for her support, both financially, but also with her time and talent. So thank you, Anne.
Thank you.
Hey, Josh, I like your
Hey.
shirt.
Hey, I like yours too.
Thanks. Where'd you get it?
Oh, just a little store called the Be All In Shop on Etsy. Yeah.
What? Wow. Yeah. So there is an Etsy shop collection. The proceeds benefit Foundation for Baltimore County Public Library. Just visit the shop and pick up some really cool merchandise. We design this in-house. We have some in-house designers who are very talented, and they love to have this creativity that they can design some shirts and
Yep.
some tote bags and other stuff. So it's really cool to see people wearing these around.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
sometimes see people out in the real world, and it's really exciting. And we actually have 3 different collections that are. So we have collections that are like seasonal. They roll on and off, so they're not available forever. So right now we have a summer collection
Yep.
that has a lot of these really kind of groovy retro designs that were designed in-house, but they're again only here for a limited time.
Right. And we are celebrating our 75th anniversary as a library system this year. We were founded in 1948. And to commemorate our diamond anniversary, we also have an anniversary collection on the Etsy shop with some awesome designs with some of our old logos, and
Yeah.
very cool.
I love that one with the old logos that kind of goes through the years.
Mhm.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And we'll probably be dropping some other anniversary designs throughout the year, but we have a few up there already. And we can't forget that June is Pride Month. So of course we have our Pride collection also on there right now. And that's also all that's in additional to our perennial favorites that are available year round. So lots of exciting options to show your support for the local library. And as Julie said, all proceeds benefit the foundation.
Hey, you know what? I think it's time for some shout outs.
I see gifts just rolling in while we're
Wow.
talking. Yes.
I'm just refreshing. You must have like notifications or something.
It just pops up. Mine stays live. It's like a feed.
Yeah, I have to refresh. And it's, of course, not working right now, but
Oh,
that's okay.
well, I can give some
Live
shout outs.
television.
Claire Smith, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate that.
Oh, Trisha Reagan. Thank you, Trisha.
Oh, Ellen York, who is our president of our board right now.
Yes.
Thanks, Ellen. We always appreciate your support.
She's the best. One of our favorite staff members here at BCPL because she's so generous. Noelle Nepper. Thank you, Noelle.
And Noelle also is one of our biggest customers for our Etsy store. She's always rocking one of our Etsy shirts. So thanks, Noelle.
She's great. And Noelle's boss is here, so we're giving. Make sure she gets a good review.
That's how that works.
Yeah. So I also want to give a shout out to our outgoing Board of Trustees President Maureen Walsh-David. She gave a very generous donation earlier.
Yes.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my parents, who are very supportive of us. And I just want to give a shout out to my cousin who is watching this during her chemo session.
Oh.
So hopefully we're entertaining you,
Yes.
Michelle. Love you. Hope you're feeling okay.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to bring the room down. She's doing great.
And we'll
Anyway,
continue doing great.
yes. So let's see, where are we now?
We are thanking everyone for being a part of the Big Give.
Yes.
Another area of giving for this year's Big Give is digital equity. So here to talk more about all the different ways that the library is helping make our county a more equitable place to live is Andrea Lohman. Andrea, welcome.
Hi,
Welcome. And
how are
Andrea
you?
brought some cool
Thanks
stuff
for joining us.
I
too.
brought toys. I love toys.
We moved the water away from the electronics.
So can you, not to put you on the spot, but can you tell us a little bit, what does digital equity mean? Come on a little closer, we don't bite.
Digital equity means that we are trying to level the playing field for the community of Baltimore County. So for those who cannot afford to be online, don't have devices, aren't able to connect for whatever reason, we're trying to give them those opportunities to be able to have a device and to be able to connect. Being connected to the internet and being able to access it is just like having a telephone back in the old days. It's just a necessity now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
And too many people aren't connected right now.
Oh, the internet is so expensive. So it's like, that's
Well,
a major expense for
This
for
is,
me, let alone anyone else.
It certainly is.
and it takes you all over the world. And I just want to say, I just got a text from the UK from Alex Houth, who is
Oh,
Andrea's boss, who is on vacation with her family. And she said she's watching from the UK.
Hi,
wow.
Alex.
Hey, Alex. Very cool.
Thanks for watching. Now, please go out and do something, entertaining. Like go to a pub or something. But thanks for watching.
Yes, absolutely. And so your department was just recently honored by the Urban Libraries Council for the Affordable Connectivity Program. Can you tell us more about what that program is and why it caught the attention of the Urban Libraries Council?
Well, the Affordable Connectivity Program is a way to provide people with discounted services for internet connection with internet companies. So they do an application, they have to qualify for the application. So someone who is receiving federal benefits, is on Medicaid, is on SNAP, they can qualify for their child's school. And once we complete that application with them, they can do it independently, we can assist them. Then they can work with a particular company, and there's a list of companies that serve the county to provide service for them at a discounted rate. And some of the companies also offer a one-time discount on a device.
Okay.
Some of them are mobile, so they don't have to be in a home or an apartment where they are all the time, but some of them offer mobile services where it can move with the people who
Right.
aren't fortunate enough to be able to live in one location.
Yeah, I mean, that happens. There's plenty of people who don't have a permanent place to live.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the Urban Library Council is looking for members that are doing something innovative, that are looking to work towards anti-racism, equity, workforce development, and develop programs that other libraries can use as a template. And so our award was recognized because we created, Dev created something that other libraries can use as a template to try to meet the needs of their community.
That's amazing.
So
awesome.
we're really excited about it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
you
mentioned
should be.
Alex, and she's the manager of the department. She's always coming up with, because I do grant writing, so she's always coming up with ideas for how we can get a grant for this or that, and she's really creative, and that's like her passion is
And
digital
innovative.
equity. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's one of the things that we're working on now is the long-term lending library, which we just got a grant for from Baltimore County. It was an ARPA-funded grant for nonprofits, the foundations and nonprofits. So we got some funding from them to purchase some routers.
Right, we
Yeah.
have routers,
Mhm.
which are great. We also have Chromebooks. So we have some Chromebooks that can be borrowed for 3 weeks, but the long-term lending can be borrowed with the router, can be borrowed for 3 months with a one-time renewal for 6 months. We're hoping that this program can continue beyond this initial first
Right.
6 months. We are really hoping for that. They don't have to borrow both. Some people just need the router, which can connect up to 30 devices. So
Wow.
if there's in a home and there are 8 people that live
Right.
in the home, they can all connect to one router.
That's amazing.
The Chromebook, if they don't have a device, then they can borrow a Chromebook for 3 to 6 months. And again, they have access to a device. We're hoping the rollover from that is that we can connect them, hook them up with ACP, so they can then get permanent discounted services, and then maybe also get a discount on a device so that they can have a tablet or a device that they can use moving forward.
And this is an LTE Chromebook, right?
We have
We have
LTE,
some that are,
we
right?
have LTE Chromebooks. The difference with the LTE Chromebook is that can connect to the internet,
Right.
but you can't connect any other device to it.
Right.
Right.
So we also have in the short-term lending, we have the hotspots,
Mhm.
which you can connect up to 15 devices for. And the one thing that we struggle with the hotspots is there's such a long waiting list. We have almost 200 people on waiting lists,
Wow.
and we have 700 hotspots. I mean, the community has a lot of needs.
There's a need.
Sometimes
Yep.
people are taking them if they go on vacation, but a lot of people because they don't have access without these. So we're trying to raise the awareness about our long-term lending program, and we're hoping that we can get more hotspots to try to meet the need of the community.
Yeah. So if you want to donate to the digital equity bucket under our giving today for the Big Give, that'll help to go maybe to get some more of these hotspots in circulation so that more people could get them quickly.
Yeah, it's such a great program, and it's unfortunate that that need is there, but it is, and so we're trying to meet that need. And I love how we're constantly adapting to what our customers need,
Yeah.
and so we're really providing a great service. And Andre, when did you start?
I started at the end of March.
Yeah, she
And-
hasn't been here
Brand
very
new.
long, but already she's just
I
deep into this and just providing such great work, and we
Yeah,
appreciate it.
it's such a the library is doing amazing things. I've been so impressed since beginning at the library about everything that they do. And I work with a fantastic team, Alex and Carlithia and Tom and Cynthia. Just everyone I've met here at the library is great and just wants so much to take care of the communities and just
Yeah.
provide everything that they can for the
You
communities.
absolutely encapsulated that perfectly.
Yeah.
Everyone we work with, they all just want to help. They're just,
Yeah.
They're trying to recognize needs and meet them, and it's very inspiring.
Mhm.
So definitely thank you for all you and your department are doing. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Carlithia, who is part of our live audience today. Thank you for all you're doing to make Baltimore County a better place for us all to live. So thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You did great. She's
Yes.
new, and she
Yes.
knows what she's talking about.
Yes. So again, go to foundationforbcpl.org if you want to make a gift. You can do it right now. We will give some more shout outs in just a bit.
Yep.
But-
So the Big Give is a big deal.
Yes.
And it's not just our live show. We're having events throughout our system today at different branches where foundation board members are visiting and working with the branch staff and sneaks to kind of give some information on the foundation, take your donations in person. If you do the $100, you get the mug right on the spot. So what's happening right now?
Right now, well, in 10 minutes, you can go into Owings Mills branch. Just pop in and stop by the Foundation Big Give table. You'll be able to pick up your mug if you do donate right on the spot, $100 or more, like Julie said.
Yep. And then from 2
uh,
to 3, we'll be at
yes.
Perry Hall branch, and from 3 to 4, come see us at Cockeysville.
Yep. And then after all that, you can come by the Towson branch and help us wrap up a very successful day of the Big Give with a free block party. Be outside here, outside the branch, hopefully on Chesapeake Avenue. There's some road work right now. We're hoping they're cleared out of there by 5 when this starts. But from 5 to 8, we're going to have like a really fun event.
Yeah, it's a block party. We have a band called Starlight Anthem, and they are like a 90s cover band.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. We almost have like a bandstand
Yeah.
Now we used to have kind of a mural maze outside the Towson branch. It's now been covered over with basically a stage, like
Yeah.
a platform for programming. So that's where they're going to be. We are having food trucks. A bunch of our departments are coming to demonstrate the things that they're doing
Yeah.
in the library, which is really cool. We're having some fun stuff for the kids, bouncy castle, some games.
Yep.
So it should be a great time.
BC Brewery is going to
And
be there.
it's free. I mean, the
Yes.
food and beer is for purchase, but all the entertainment is for free. So
Yep.
hope to come out. Free parking in the garage. Just enter on Tasmantown Boulevard because Chesapeake will be closed.
And stop by the foundation table to pick up your Chaser card so your parking is free.
Yes.
That's our tip.
And that's 5 to 8. Did we say that?
Yep. 5 to 8. That's
All right.
5 to 8.
5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay.
Our next guest is somebody you're going to recognize if you've been watching our live shows in the past. This is probably our 5th or 6th by now.
I don't know. We should start a box set. Maybe we could put it in the
the
collection.
full collection. Yeah.
Mhm.
But you will recognize our collection development manager, Jamie Watson. Here are some recommendations for summer reads. Come join us, Jamie.
Thanks for joining us,
Hey,
Jamie.
Julie and Josh, good to see you.
We'll
It
see
is
you
always
too.
good to see you.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So, you've been on our show a bunch. Our show.
I know.
I'm a
And
regular Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
really, I'm more of a Kelly Clarkson, I think, without the awful stuff behind the scenes. I'm sure you heard about that. Yeah. We're very nice around here. But what does collection development do? I mean, you basically select everything that's in our collection. Is that right?
That's exactly right. We're a team of 12. I have 5 selectors who literally select everything, every book, every DVD, every audiobook, every ebook, everything in the Library of Things, every database, everything that the library gets, we select. Everything that we buy has to be paid for. So I've got 3 great people who have to pay all those bills, and it's in the 5 digits, I think, of bills that they touch every
Wow.
year, number of pieces of paper. They're fantastic. And all of that stuff that comes in is unpacked by 2 people who keep it all coming so you get fresh stuff every day. And then there's also Joey, who helps all of us with everything and consistently amazes me with how smart and on top of things and fast he is with everything that needs to be done. So we're just always looking, thinking, trying to figure out what the library wants next, buying it, getting it to you out on the shelf.
And it's amazing everything you guys do and
Yeah.
how quickly stuff comes like available to in our building to out to the branches.
Right.
It's so quick. You guys are just amazing.
I
So-
remember. I
Thanks.
know when we give tours of the building, we haven't done it in a while, probably since before COVID. But we have new board members come on, and we give the tour of our administrative offices. Everybody is fascinated by our collection development department, the shipping department, and just and processing, where they get everything into the catalog. So there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you don't really think about. I didn't think about until I worked here, about how much has to go into actually getting something on the shelves or in our collection. So good work, Jamie.
Yes.
Thanks.
And how
We're a team.
how do you decide what you're going to buy?
Well, sometimes we look at things that you might not think about, like publishers all publish catalogs. Used to be publishers publish catalogs. It's just like regular catalogs.
Right.
They're all on websites now.
Yeah.
So you can go on websites and look at all the publishers' catalogs. We read the same newspapers that our customers do, the Washington Post, the New York Times, People Magazine. Every day we all read People Magazine because if somebody's talking about a book, we're going to want to know about it.
Mhm.
Book Talk. You
Right.
ever heard of Book Talk? Got to
Yeah.
keep buying those
Yes.
Colleen Hoovers.
Yeah.
So we got to keep our attention on everything. So from publishers, we're always thinking about books months before they come out. We're always trying to be ahead of the customers and getting them in the catalog.
That's so cool. What a fun job.
It is.
And we have great selectors. So thanks,
sure
guys.
do.
Yeah.
Hello, selectors. I know they're all watching.
Yeah.
Noelle is a selector.
Yes.
Yes. So let's see. Where are we? I'm supposed to say thank you for all you do for making our library
welcome.
great. Now, tell us about those books.
All right. Well, first, I'm going to do another shout out for the Big Give tonight because Noelle and Angelique, 2 of our selectors, along with me, are going to be hosting one of the Big Give tables, and we're here for your book recommendations. We also do remote visits. So do you have a book club in the county, in the library, out of the library? Get in touch with me. We'll come and visit your book club. We'll talk about some new books that your book club might read. We can't drink on the job, though, so don't offer us wine. But we'll be glad to come talk about books. So come by tonight and learn about some books. So for today, I'm going to tell you about a few of the things you might want to look at for summer. If you're like me and you're a summer person and your summer is going to start next weekend, you might want something you can get right now without any holds. So I'm going to talk about two that are from last summer. One of them is The Mutual Friend by Carter Bays. It's about 28-year-old Alice. She always said she wanted to be a doctor, but she never actually did anything about it. She just said she wanted to be a doctor. So suddenly she finds herself with a new roommate, no love interest, and she decides, all right, this is the year I'm going to take the MCAT. But her new roommate's a bit of a handful, to say the least. Her casual study buddy might be turning into something more. Her brother, who's made a fortune in the startup industry, has decided that he wants to be a Buddhist monk. All these great characters might sound familiar if you watch How I Met Your Mother, because Carter Bays, the author of the book, is actually the creator of How I Met Your Mother. So if you're a fan of that show, this cast of characters, all these people, it's a perfect read alike. And I tore through this book in a weekend. It is absolutely a perfect summer read. You can get it right now with no holds. And another fun one that you can get right now with no holds is called All Signs Point to Paris. So if you've ever loved a TikTok that went viral, this is kind of that in book form. It's by Natasha Sislo. She is a real estate agent, one of those fancy schmancy real estate agents that you see on like E, who sells like the million-dollar houses in LA. So she's got this on again, off again French boyfriend, but he's kind of becoming off again. So for a birthday present, she sees an astrologer. And she tells the astrologer this off again boyfriend's birthday. And she says, well, your sign and his sign show that he's your soulmate. I don't really want to hear that because it didn't seem like things are going too well. But then she has an idea. Well, if he's my soulmate and his birthday is November 2nd, 1968, and he was born in Paris, how many people were born in Paris on November 2nd, 1968? There must be a whole bunch more. Let me go find them. So she puts out ads, gets on all the dating apps, goes to Paris, and tries to meet other people that were born in November 2nd, 1968 to see if she can find her soulmate. It doesn't go as planned, but it's a lot of fun. It's a good tour of Paris. And it really talks about how love is probably going to find you when you're absolutely positively not looking for it. So that is All Signs Point to Paris. If you come to the Big Give tonight, you'll have a chance to win a copy of one or each of those if you're the first person to come and get it. So now for kids, because we know kids are going to be coming to our event tonight too. I want to tell you about a great author that you should take a look at if you haven't found him already, and that is Raoul III. He is a children's author for everyone from babies to kids going into middle grade. He's that good at what he does. He is also an illustrator. He writes and illustrates across formats. And the one thing that's consistent is he always reflects his Mexican heritage in all the books that he writes. So he's got board books for babies. He's got a series of children's picture books called Vamos, like Vamos, let's go to the market, or Vamos, let's go eat. Big fan of Vamos, let's go eat. He's got a series of graphic novels. He's got beginning readers about a Mexican wrestler or a luchadora called El Toro and Friends. So if you find this author, you like him, he's going to grow up with your kids. So that is Raoul III, a great author to know. Oh, and I skipped a book, didn't I? I skipped romantic comedy. So let's go back and I'll tell you about romantic comedy. This is an adult one. I do want to let you know that I read this book quite some time ago because, like I told Josh, we always got to be looking into the future. So I read this book long before it came out. I picked it, and then Reese Witherspoon picked it. So that means we've got some holds on it right now. So if your summer's not going to start on Memorial Day, but maybe it's going to start after the kids get out of school, put your hold now. You'll get it then. So I really loved it, though. I think it's perfect. It's set on a thinly veiled Saturday Night Live, where Sally has been a writer for a number of years. So we get to know what it's like to work on Saturday Night Live. And by the way, if you ever read the Molly Shannon biography that came out last year, there's a lot of similarities between Molly Shannon was talking about in the real world and what Curtis Sittenfeld talks about in romantic comedy. So Sally is a writer. The current guest host, Noah, is like a teen heartthrob, aging teen heartthrob actor. And they come up with this skit that, let's see, how do I put this? Hot women will date ugly men if they're rich, but hot men won't date ugly women if they're rich. That's kind of their spiel. So Sally thinks of herself as an ugly woman, and Noah is definitely a hot man. So when it seems like Noah might actually be liking her, Sally can't believe it, and she accidentally or inadvertently, or she just screws it up. So 2 years later, it's the pandemic. Now I have to tell you that I don't really want to revisit the pandemic in any way, shape, or form. Definitely not in my reads, but in this book, it's kind of important because if you remember in the pandemic, there were lots of times we had to stay far apart from each other, and that allows them to come back together by staying far apart. So it is really just a perfect book, probably one of my favorite ones I read this year. And then the last thing I want to tell you about is our Library of Things collection. So we have a lot of things. You heard just a little bit ago about our Chromebooks and hotspots. We have a huge board game collection. We have memory kits for senior citizens that Marlon, who you're going to meet a little later, was really instrumental in helping us develop. But it's summer, so we want to be outside. So we're going to talk about outside activities. So we have like a ladder toss. We have croquet. We have giant dice. So tonight you're going to get a chance to roll the giant dice. And when you get doubles, you're going to get a chance to pick a book. But this is your first tip that we also have some things on order that we're putting together for you before summer comes to its peak. So we're going to have new outdoor activities. I can't tell you what they are yet, but go to the website, look at our Library of Things page. It's under Books and More, and the outdoor activities will be updated as soon as we get them in the catalog. You can start placing holds, and you'll have even more things to play with than you do now. Hope to see you tonight.
Yeah, come on
Awesome.
out and see them and win some books.
Okay,
And thanks, Jamie.
Jamie, when I was listening to you talk, that romantic comedy book sounds like right up my alley. And I actually have not read the Molly Shannon book, so I'm going to put that on hold.
It's so funny.
This is off script, but I don't know if you've checked out our new app. We have a new BCPL app. And while Jamie was talking, I just pulled up our app, searched for the book, and I just put a hold on it while I was standing. And so now there's only 24 active holds on the
Yay!
So good job, collection
Yay,
development
us.
team.
Yes, yay.
So I just put a hold on it.
Awesome.
And then we also have it in like a e-formats and that kind of thing. This was the actual book, but definitely download. Is it called B Mobile? I should know this. I'm sorry.
I think that's right.
Yeah, but it's an awesome new app that I think it was a very collaborative effort with our county IT department and devs, and so our digital equity virtual services department. So it's very cool, and definitely check it out. You can use like scan barcodes when you're in a bookstore to see if it's in our collection. I think it's very, very cool.
You can check out books if you're in the building and you don't feel like maybe you've got a screaming kid on your leg. The app will check out books as long as you're inside the library building.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Very, very cool.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thanks,
You're always a
Jamie.
pleasure to have on. Thank you.
See you tonight.
Yes. I think it's probably time for some more shout outs.
Yeah, let's
Julie,
do
what
some
you
shout
think?
outs. When I was standing over here, I saw that our incoming Board of Trustees President Yara Shake made a very nice donation. Thank you, Yara.
Mary Milburn. Thank you, Mary.
Our CEO just made a donation.
Oh,
Thank
thanks,
you, Sonia. Let's see. Debbie Nolan, a former foundation board member. Thank you, Debbie. That was very kind of you.
Jen Caffey, thank you very much.
Let's see. Yeah. It's hard to keep up, honestly.
Yeah, they're just Kelly Hughes. Thank you.
Yeah. So we really appreciate everybody's gifts today. And again, they're matched dollar for dollar up to $50,000. So you're doubling your impact.
Absolutely.
I always wanted to say that, like
now you got to.
Like I'm on a telethon, like Jerry Lewis or something.
Yes, the phones are standing by. Okay, great.
We should have some ringing phone like sound effects next time. Let's see, where are we? Okay.
Yep, right here.
Thanks to everybody who's making your impact today, your big difference with your generosity. And you know who else is making a big difference, Josh?
Who else is making a big difference, Julie?
Our mobile engagement groups, better known to you as our bookmobiles. Here today to talk more about the difference they make in our communities is Marlon Norton, the mobile, you have a really long title.
Yeah, I do.
Mobile Engagement Administrator for our Adult and Community Engagement Department. Does that fit on a business card?
It's like 2 or 3 lines.
Welcome, Marlon. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me.
Of
I
course.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, like one of the things that we hear the most in our department, in the philanthropy department, so often when people make a donation, they make a little note in the comment section. And the comment we see more than any other is, thank you for our bookmobiles. They mean the world to us. You know, people say it's their only connection to the outside world when they're in a retirement home sometimes. And it's very meaningful for our senior communities in particular. Why is that?
You know, I have lots of things that I think about that. Thank you for saying that, by the way, because that's so meaningful to hear. But I brought a couple comment cards myself.
perfect.
I think that's all right.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So this person says the bookmobile is my favorite perk of living at CT. The libraries are so helpful. They go above and beyond to help locate desired items and always suggest new material. So
Aw.
going above and beyond with our customer service is, I think, kind of a big part. I have
Yeah.
one other one here.
Sure.
I love the bookmobile and I look forward to it every month. People who help us on the mobile bus are so courteous and helpful. It's a pleasure. And I
Aw.
think it's the team who goes out every day on the bookmobile to help. They just really make a big impact with their customer service.
That's so great to
Yeah.
hear. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not surprised to hear that because,
Yeah.
like we talked about earlier, our people who work here just want to help people. But it's really
Mhm.
nice to get that
Yep.
outside confirmation. I mean, it's not only the access, but it's interaction. I'm sure they look forward to seeing the same
Mhm.
staff, and the staff probably look
Mhm.
forward to seeing the same customers.
Mhm.
And it is that access. So our fleet of vehicles is rapidly aging. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah. We take excellent care of our bookmobiles. They're a great resource, and they really do help us get out into the community.
And our
Uh,
county maintains our fleet.
They do a
yeah.
great job. They really do. But yeah, they're on the road almost every day, and
Mhm.
a little bit of bumpiness and just a lot of use. The current bookmobiles are from 2014, so they're a little bit older, 9 years at this point.
Right.
And with the use that they get, it's not like a regular car. They do kind of tend to wear out because they're accessed all the time, and so they're aging. And also just as an item, they're also from that time, and so maybe they're just not quite as accessible as we would like them to be today.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
To the community.
So that's one of the things we're really looking for in new vehicles would be to make them more accessible,
Mm-hmm.
maybe have more modern amenities,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, just to make sure that our folks can get on and off really safely. We have folks in wheelchairs, and it is a little tougher for them to get
Mm.
onto. And we'd like everybody to be able to access the service, not just the folks, even in the senior living communities, who are able to get out to the vehicle. We'd like to be able to get everybody on the vehicle.
Right.
That
And
makes sense,
And
yeah.
we also we're talking more about seniors and that kind of access, but we
Mhm.
also have a vehicle dedicated to our legal services, the
Mhm.
Mobile Library Law Center, which is something the foundation helped fund 100%.
Yep.
And that's
Great vehicle.
the coolest thing because we're the first public library in the country to have a
Mhm.
dedicated vehicle for legal services. So
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
that gets out into communities where people need it, who don't have either financial or physical access.
Yeah. And just I've been on that vehicle just even this week, and being able to talk to people who are in need of assistance. It's really meaningful because that's a service that changes lives.
Yeah.
Really talking about helping people and meeting their needs where they are, helping them deal with legal services, and just bringing them clarity about really important issues. That one I would say is a very meaningful
Oh
service to be
yeah,
a part of.
and we
Yeah.
partner with
Yep.
Maryland Legal Aid
Yep.
to provide their actual attorneys who come
Yep.
with us. So
Yep, they're an excellent partner.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, great. Well, thanks for coming to talk with us
Yeah.
today.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you're doing out there in the community.
Yeah,
you're
thank you.
you're literally out there meeting people where they live. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, she doesn't sit behind a desk very often.
No.
Thank you,
I like it that
Marlon.
way.
Bye, Marlon.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Let's see. What are we doing now, Josh?
We are talking about
Oh,
Storyville,
well,
I
we're also
believe.
talking about our youth and family engagement vehicles.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Don't want to forget them.
So there are needs in that. We have a youth and family engagement department, a mobile engagement group as well, and that's for kids. We go out to Head Start centers, we go out to daycares, we go out to all
Communities. yeah,
Like we might park a vehicle in an apartment parking
complex,
lot,
yeah.
apartment complex parking lot, just to meet the kids where they are. And so we'd like to have some new equipment for that. So if for the kids to use.
We'll soon have a new vehicle for that
Yeah,
department,
soon-
right?
soon is relative, yeah,
Soon is
it's,
relative. But yeah.
supply chain issues and that kind of thing, but in the next year or so. So if you want to help us purchase those kinds of things,
And equipment for that new
Yep.
vehicle.
and check it out. And then when you're on the website, you might notice that one of the pots for giving is for Storyville.
Yes. And Storyville, of course, is one of our early learning, we have two of them, early learning villages. They're at our Woodlawn branch and the Rosedale branch, and they're 100% free to our customers.
Yep. And the Rosedale Storyville was fully funded by the foundation. The Woodlawn one was partially funded with foundation funding and county funding. They're great. We continue to pay for upkeep and repair, so that's why we are asked for donations towards that. And again, it's a gem. I don't know if you have children. Well, it used to be for children 5 and under. We have opened that up for people who have older children that have maybe younger siblings that 5 and under, and then some maybe 8, 9, 10-year-olds. So it's really great for families.
It really is.
Yeah.
So again, if you give right now, if you go to foundationforbcpl.org and make a donation, your gift will be matched by Ann and Christopher West. So it goes even further. And if you give $100 or more, you get the big glass mug, which you want one.
Of course, everybody wants one.
Yes, and you also automatically become a member of our All In Crowd, which is our membership group for the foundation, and it comes with its own perks.
Yep. And time flies when you're having fun. We have reached our last guest of the day.
Wow. Okay.
But what do? We saved the best for last.
We did, of course.
And that's
we did.
actually, they're all tied for best because I don't want to insult anybody.
Yeah.
Crystal.
Welcome,
Hello.
Crystal
Welcome,
Chong. Yes, from
Hi.
our youth and family engagement specialist.
You're so cute. Look, first of all, this shirt, again,
Yes.
designed by our in-house designers. This is this year's Summer Reading Club shirt. It is so cute. We love it.
They're available now in the branches. So you
Yeah.
can go in a branch and
All
get
together
one.
now. I don't
Yep.
want to steal your thunder, so go.
Okay.
Sorry. What's the theme, Crystal?
The theme is all together now, like it says on the shirt. It's okay.
And when can folks start signing up? Is there a kickoff event this year?
So you can actually pre-register now
Oh,
on our website. And starting Saturday, June 3rd, you can visit any branch to pick up a paper game board to keep track of your reading. You can start logging your reading online. And we do have a kickoff event, and it's also happening on Saturday, June 3rd.
Awesome.
That's going to be at our Arbutus branch from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to be a really fun day filled with lots of family-friendly activities for the kids. We have a live band that plays children's music. We have face painting and balloon animals.
That's fun.
And several community partners in the Arbutus area that will be there to kind of share with families some different things that they can do with their kids over the summer.
That sounds like fun. And what time is it?
11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
11 a.m.
Okay.
to 2 p.m. Saturday, June 3rd at the Arbutus branch.
Yes.
Awesome. What else is planned for the summer? Any cool programs associated with Summer Reading Club?
Yeah, so with this year's theme all together now, we really want to encourage families to come and learn at the library together. And we also wanted to have programs that center on the idea of kindness, friendship, and unity. So we have a few different cultural showcase programs that we're really excited about, such as Japanese drumming, Mexican folk dance, West African storytelling. And those are all programs that we're excited for families to share the experience together.
Oh, that sounds great.
It does. So we're changing things a little bit this year. How do you complete the challenge compared to last year or previous years? And are there prizes?
Yes. So in previous years, completing the challenge was you would do a variety of different activities to earn points, such as reading for a certain number of minutes or reading a certain number of books or attending programs. But this year, we really wanted to simplify the challenge to make it accessible for everyone, all ages, no matter where you are. So in order to complete the challenge, you just have to read for 10 hours throughout the whole summer. So you have all of June, July, and August. And when you complete the challenge, you can come to a branch and pick up either a small toy prize and a giveaway book, or you can enter our prize drawing, which we have some very exciting prizes for that. In this prize drawing, you can enter for a chance to win a Nintendo Switch or family memberships to local organizations such as the National Aquarium, Port Discovery, the Maryland Science Center, or the Maryland Zoo. So those are all possible if you complete the challenge.
Very
I
exciting.
have an 8-year-old son who he actually really loves to read. He reads
Mhm.
himself to sleep at night. It's cute. He's also very motivated by prizes.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to tell him that he could possibly win a Switch.
Yeah,
That's a really cool prize.
it is. So get your kids reading, get them signed up for the Summer Reading Challenge. You can pre-register, as we said, online now, or join us at the kickoff, join us at the kickoff on Saturday, June 3rd, 11 to 2 at the Arbutus branch. Thank you so much for joining us, Crystal.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Crystal. Wow, I can't believe this is over.
I know. It felt like it went really fast. I don't know how you feel watching at home.
Yeah.
For us, it flew by.
It's 45 minutes of fun, witty banter.
And you're learning about the library.
Yeah.
Win-win, if you ask me.
We were told that there might be some shenanigans behind us, but I guess that's not going to happen. It's fine. We have some very entertaining people that work here. Let's do a couple more shout outs.
Absolutely.
Kay Blackford, thank you very much.
Marisa Connor, Marisa, thank you
Aw,
so much.
Marisa's on our foundation board.
Yes.
Amber Eiler.
Tyler Waldman, thank you.
Corlea Tarleton, I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's a beautiful name.
Heather Fisher, thank you so much.
Wow.
I think we're caught up now, but
Yeah.
we thank you, all of you. Thank you so much for giving today. Kay Blackford, want to thank you too. So keep that coming in, keep those donations coming. We're through the rest of the day, that match is active. So you can still match your gift, have it doubled by Ann and Christopher West. Thank you again, Ann and Chris. We really appreciate that.
Should we give them a total that we've raised? so
Yeah,
far?
let's see where we're at.
It's like a tote board. It's like, whoa.
Wow.
So we're $21,079.
Thank you, everybody.
So really that means 42,158.
That was great that you did that in your head and I didn't have to. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate your
I hope
support.
that's right, actually.
Yeah.
It might not be.
This sounded good to me. It's close enough.
I think it is.
Just remember, donate $100 or more and you get a mug.
Well, you wrote, I'm going to say it. 'cause you
Okay,
wrote
say it. Say it.
Donate 100 or more and get this nifty mug. Josh wrote this script and I was very surprised to see that word, but I'm going to say it if you wrote it.
I appreciate it.
I don't want to veer off. You know how writers are. I
And,
want you to say their words.
Yes. And I also want to point out that we're not crossing any picket lines to write this
No, we're not in the
today.
WGA,
So,
but
but yeah, be a part of something big. See you tonight at the block party. And thank you all again for joining us.
thank you. Bye.